Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of SHIFT Asia's Tech Talk, your go-to place for everything software, quality, and tech. I'm Hugh, and today we're going hands-on with one of the hottest tools in the automation world, Playwright MCP. Let's get into it. Okay, so Playwright. Playwright, as many of you have already know, is an open source framework developed by Microsoft for end-to-end testing of web applications. It supports multiple browsers like Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit, and allows for powerful scripting in JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, and more. Now, let's talk about MCP, which stands for Model Context Protocol. This is the latest advanced feature built on top of Playwright, a powerful new way to drive and interact with browsers using language models. I was so excited to test this feature out when I first heard about it. If you haven't watched the live video of MCP from Playwright, I highly recommend you to check it out. So, what exactly does MCP do for us as testers? I'm telling you, there are endless possibilities. For Playwright MCP, you can drive the browser. So imagine you can ask the language model to run a test case live on the browser for you while you're doing other tasks or just take a coffee break. Then you can come back and ask it to generate automated tests for you. If they have access to your current test scripts, it can even adapt to the existing ones. So you can see you can even do more things with your own imagination. They will free us from manual tasks and elevating testing process. Let's take a quick look at a simple test case so you can see the huge difference Playwright MCP makes compared to the current methods. Currently, there are two typical methods to do automation testing. One, use CodeGen or write automated tests by myself. You have to open the web page, then interact on the page to get selector, or write them if you do it to yourself. After that, run and edit the scripts accordingly. It takes manual effort to do this. 2. Use LLM. You can ask language models to generate automated test scripts based on the context in your code base. You can also feed part of your documentation to generate test scripts more accurately to the requirements. Now, when it comes to Playwright MCP, the language model now has a way to learn the web page or interact with the web page, as you can see here. One of the key benefits is that Playwright MCP can run manual test cases or generate more reliable test scripts. With this advanced feature, MCP can contribute greatly to test automation like regression testing. Usually for regression testing, we will have a checklist, a test suite, and it will be run manually by many people. Now, with MCP, I believe we can reduce the manual effort on repetitive regression testing. Playwright MCP is fairly new, and I myself still explore its features, but let me quickly show you how to set it up, and let's explore this amazing tool together. Okay, firstly, checklist. You will need to ensure that WSL2 is set up on your Windows machine. Make sure you meet prerequisites to run Linux GUI apps on WSL. Ensure that appropriate Node.js version is installed on WSL. And lastly, make sure to use the version 1.99 of Visual Studio Code or later. All the instructions are listed here on Microsoft website, so check it out before you start. Okay, let's get down to business. Open VS Code. On the welcome page, click Setup Copilot. Or on the header, you can use the button Sign in to use Copilot. Click Sign in. It will ask you to log into your relevant GitHub account. So you log into GitHub and follow the instructions on the web page. Yeah, and Copilot is set up correctly on your VS Code now. On WSL, open the directory of your choice. Here, I will open an empty directory for illustration purpose only. On your browser, go to the repo Playwright MCP of Microsoft. At the time of the recording, the version is 0.0.25, so the instruction in the video will be different to the one you may see on your screen. So just follow the instruction here. You can also click the magic link here to install the MCP on VS Code. Click Install Server. And here you can see that it will show an error because we have to install it on WSL. So copy the script here, or you can cut it. Then click Ctrl+Shift+P, type remote and open remote settings. Then paste the copy script here and then click save. This is a workaround for WSL only, by the way. And then click Ctrl+Shift+P again, type MCP, and select MCP list server. It will show Playwright here. Click it and start server. After that, change the chat mode to agent. You will see here that there are select tools. Click the select tools button and you can see that the tools from MCP server Playwright are selected. And personally, I will use Model Cloudy 3.5, so I will use that for illustration. Now here, I have example test cases on SHIFT Asia webpage. This is a CSV file open in Excel, and I also copy that into our code base here. I also have a text file for the test cases at checklist style. And you can see we have test cases for 3 pages: home page, contact page, and company page. In this video, we want to go into details and techniques for effective prompt engineering. We'll use agent mode, Model Cloud 3.5 Sonnet, so that Copilot can interact more with you on setting up from scratch. We'll start by get it to open SHIFT Asia homepage, get it to generate one simple test script as a base, ask it to run and show test report, then explore and generate other test scripts incrementally.
Okay, let's get down to business. So in the right sidebar, which is the chat box with Copilot, we will prompt open the browser, then run test case GC001. And before doing that, you have to select the test case file, which is the CSV file here. And after selection, it will be selected as the content of the prompt. As you can see in the chat box. So test case TC001 is the first page, which is to open the home page is display governing. So I press enter. Wait for it to analyze, and then it will ask you to navigate in the browser using Playwright MCP server. So I click continue. And you can see it will open a browser and navigate to the SHIFT Asia homepage instantly right after that. They will do some other analyze. So we will run the page snapshot and analyze what's in the page to see if the home page is indeed displayed normally or not. Next, we'll ask you to run some more test cases. So still in the chat box, we will prompt open the browser, then run test case. I will run two more test cases, TC002 and TC003. And still with the test case selected as the context for the prompt, I'll press enter. And it will analyze what to do next. So it will ask you to use Playwright MCP to open the browser and go to the home page once more. I'll click continue. Then it will do the next step, which is click the contact link. I'll click continue to give permission to. Yeah, and you will see that in the browser, it clicks the contact link as stated in the step, and it will open the contact page and it will analyze if it is passed or not. Then it will run the test case TC003 and it will intelligently know what to do next. Here, it will navigate back to the home page. I'll click continue. Yeah, and you can see that the browser go back to the home page. Then it will analyze the next step, which is to click the company link on the page. After clicking continue, it will do the action on the browser. Then analyze what's in the browser right now to see if the case is passed or not. Yeah, and it will return back to you as a brief summary of the test results. So here, both test cases have been passed successfully. Next, I will ask it to generate what have been tested into a Playwright spec file. I've expanded the PS4 browser window a little bit, and I will prompt generate spec file what have been tested. Then I'll press enter. It will analyze the cassette tree and then generate the executed test cases from TC001 to TC003. Then analyze the code base, and you can see it will instantly create a test file. Yeah, you can see that it instantly create a spec file for the test script. If you happen to know how to read and write Playwright test case, the test script, this is a chance for you to review it. If you don't worry. It will summarize what have been generated and the reason as in the chat box here, so that you can have a chance to understand more what have been generated. Next, if you know how to run the generated Playwright test case once bought in the terminal, you can do it by yourself. But in case you don't, you can also prompt to ask it to run. So I will prompt run the generated spec file. Then press enter. It will then check the code base to see if Playwright is installed or not. It will return different responses every time. So what you see here may not be what you will see when you try by yourself. Yeah, it will ask to check if Playwright is installed or not. And if not, it will initialize the Node.js project and install the Playwright library. Because I already have the Playwright library installed beforehand and previously, and also with the browser already installed. So this is quick. But if this is your first time installing Playwright, they will take some time. Yeah, and we'll click continue to let it configure some more things. You can also review by yourself. Yeah, and then it will offer you to run the test case in terminal. And somehow there's something maybe not reliable in the test script, so all the cases are failed, and it will open the HTML report automatically so that you can check by yourself. It seems that some links are not visible on opening, maybe due to some flaky issue. I'll return to the terminal and then press Control C so that the error result will be get back to the Copilot. It will then analyze the error and then do some other troubleshooting, but for example, by fixing the configuration or fixing the test file. Yeah, and it will offer you to run the test again. But I will cancel it right now, and we can edit the test script separately. I prompt by do using some more prompts or also edit by yourself.
So what do you think about Playwright MCP? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. The tool is very new and Playwright is also developing new features day by day. So it had its pros and cons. On the bright side, Playwright MCP can drive the browser to run tests and analyze web page for more reliable test case generation. Together with GitHub Copilot VS Code, it can also analyze the code base to create better test script. All of these can be done using only human language and idea without even coding knowledge. Another advantage is that it saves time and effort. For example, it can run tests directly from existing test cases without coding test scripts, so the execution time can be reduced. This feature also helps you avoid the overhead of launching multiple browsers when making parallel execution more efficient and less resource intensive. On the other hand, this feature to me has some disadvantages. Perhaps the biggest concern is hallucination. When the context is missing or when you don't give enough details, it tends to make up the test cases and give falsely results. You need to be cautious not to fall for it. Aside, working with Playwright MCP requires understanding specific behaviors and patterns that differ from just using Playwright. Your team will need time to adjust to new concepts if you want to properly implement it. In short, Playwright MCP offers compelling benefits for test performance, but it requires careful implementation to avoid potential pitfalls. Consider your team's expertise, test suite requirements when deciding if MCP is right for your project. That's a wrap for today's Tech Talk. We hope you learned something new about Playwright MCP, and we hope that it can level up your testing game. If you want more tech deep dives or SHIFT Asia insights, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, happy testing.